When I was 22, I found a lump. 3 weeks later, the oncologist's voice was cold and precise. Aggressive breast cancer, stage 2, surgery required urgently. The timing was awful and eye-opening. "We can book you for next Thursday," Dr. Lopez said, checking her schedule. I called my mother right after leaving the clinic. "That's Chloe's wedding day," she interrupted before I could finish. "Can't you reschedule?" "Reschedule my cancer surgery?" I echoed, stunned. "Chloe's been planning this for years. The whole family's coming. Your stepdad spent $50,000 on it." Chloe was my stepsister, my father's new wife's daughter from her previous marriage. She'd taken over my old bedroom at 17 because it had better vibes for her influencer videos. "Mom, it's cancer," I said deliberately. "The doctor warned delaying could be risky. 1 week won't hurt," she replied. "Chloe asked you to be her maid of honor." News to me, we hardly talked. I said yes on your behalf, family's priority. The irony stung. I ended the call and dialed Aunt Margaret, my mom's sister, who'd cared for me during summers when mom was wrapped up with her new family. "Surgery's Thursday," I told her. "Can you take me?" "Absolutely," she said without hesitation. "Where's your mom?" "At a wedding." 3 days before my operation, mom called again. "I've been reflecting," she said. "Maybe this is a wake-up call for you to rethink your choices. Always so theatrical with therapy boundaries, moving away for college. Now this health drama. If you'd stayed closer." I hung up. On Thursday, Aunt Margaret held my hand as they rolled me into the operating room. She was there when I woke and every day of my recovery. Mom sent one message. "Hope it went okay." Chloe's wedding was stunning. She was glowing. 2 months later, cancer-free, I got Chloe's wedding photos in the mail. There was mom, radiant in the front row, wearing the dress she'd promised for my future wedding. The note read, "Wish you'd been here. Love always, the new family." That's when I decided. Over the next year, I planned carefully. I researched Chloe's husband, Ethan, a shady finance guy with a roving eye. Using fake online profiles, I connected with his colleagues, learned his habits, his flaws, his secrets. Ethan had been siphoning money from his firm to cover gambling losses. I gathered proof, every email, every transaction. On their first anniversary, I sent the evidence to his employer, the SEC and the IRS, with a note, "From someone who values family accountability." Ethan was arrested during their anniversary dinner. The investigation exposed years of fraud. Chloe lost her home, her car, her reputation. Local headlines screamed about the lavish wedding that ended in federal charges. Mom called, frantic. "How could you ruin Chloe's life? She's family, so was I said evenly, when I needed surgery to survive." "That's not the same," she cried. "You're right," I said. "Cancer surgery actually mattered." Silence hung heavy. "You're no longer my daughter," she spat. "Good," I replied. "We're even." I blocked her number. That evening, Aunt Margaret and I celebrated my clean health report and my liberation from those who never truly valued me.